Welcome to Wick, home of the most northerly senior football club in the UK. This is Harmsworth Park, where Wick Academy have played their home games since they were founded back in 1893. Well, it was called Harrow Park until 1920. As you can see, it's near the flattest of pitches, but it's the same for both teams, so you can't use that as an excuse if you get beat up here. While we're having a look around, it's time to tell you about a new feature coming up on this channel, After the Final Thistle. This is a weekly goals roundup of the McBookie North of Scotland Football League Premiership. That's the League One below the Highland League in the Scottish Football Pyramid. So you never know with the current setup, you can see one of them playing up here in the upcoming years. Across the main stand we have the usual covered shed that you see in the Highland League. This one looks a bit newer than some from the other Highland League clubs. I'm guessing this was done up back in the summer of 2011. Back then, Harmsworth Park was renovated to obtain the entry-level club licence in order to continue competing in the Highland League. This would also allow Wick to compete in the Scottish Cup and Scottish Challenge Cup. Although the latter has been changed and Highland League clubs no longer get entry in the favour of the Scottish Premier League B teams, development squads, youngsters or whatever you want to call them. It's Academy's 31st season in the league after joining in 1994 when the two Inverness teams merged to form Caley Thistle and moved up a league. 1,700 fans turned up to watch their first Highland League match against Cove Rangers. If you want to see how many of them turned up at today's match, there will be links at the end of the highlights of today's match. Young fans are a big part of each club, so it's good to see that there's a special spot for the ultras so they can bang their drums and add to the atmosphere. This end of the pitch is separated for the A99 by a stone dyke. The dyke was built by local clubs who saw to the maintenance of the ground back in its early days. In case you're wondering why it's called Harmsworth Park, it was named after a local businessman. Lester Harmsworth bought the land and gave it to the town of Wick around about 1920. Coming round the corner towards the main stand we have the pie hut, an essential part of every football club. At the back of the stand you have the changing rooms. Is this the only club in the league who don't have their changing rooms under their main stand? This is probably one of the smallest main stands in the league, seating just over 100. Bit of an obstructed view in some of the seats, but it looks in better nick than some of the others in the league. So that was a quick walk around Harmsworth Park. My next ground tour will be our next away match and one of my favourites in the league. If you want to see which one that is, click subscribe and ring the bell so you know when that tour goes live along with other videos. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.